Hi, I'm Georg Voros and welcome to the short video on how to get multiple sounds out of one drum. The drum I'm going to focus on today is the snare drum. And in particular, the star of the show is this drum, the Natal Cafe Racer snare drum. Beautiful looking drum, and it's just such a high quality snare drum. And the wooden shell is tulip wood, which I'd never heard of until I got involved with Natal. And I've got to say that the sounds I get out of this drum is just amazing. Now, one great feature about the snare drum is the snare throw-off. It's got three positions. It's got an off position. It's got a first position or second position there. The snares are tighter. And then the sort of third position or second snare position, the snares are looser underneath. And not all snare drums have this, but this drum does, so I'll be featuring all three of those snare positions, okay? So, onto the drum kit. Right, the snare drum is back on the stand on the drum kit. And before we go further, just talk about the other drums, the Natal Maple Originals. Beautiful sounding drums, and this Cafe Racer just does blend in so well. Let's talk about the drum and where you can play, because most people think that's it. If you play in the middle of the drum, and as you start to move out, the sound changes and gets thinner. Now, in this first position, you can hear that there's a nice long ring to the drum. Before I get to my trusty ring here, I'm going to just put a little piece of tape on. A little more controlled now. Now take my ring, much more control. I've now taken the ring off, and now I've gone to the first snare position. Now, to remind you, this is the snare position where the snares are tighter. So if I do take, just as a reference, if I do take off the tape, very long decay, just put it there for us. If you want it slightly more controlled, put a bit of tape on. Take our ring. Totally different characteristic. Now, I've been playing into the drum there. Now I'm going to move slightly out for a more sort of thinner, funkier sound. Back to the middle. Much fatter, rockier kind of sound. Ring's going to come off. Tape's going to come off. Now I'm going to go into the second snare throw-off position. And now the snares are looser. No ring. Beautiful, natural, decayed sound. While I'm in this position, I'm going to move slightly out. this is giving you now that thinner kind of sound if you so require. Now, let's put the tape back while I'm still in this position. Bit of tape there. More control. Lovely. I love the sound. Now take my ring. And of course, you can take that off while the ring's on. There's another variation. A really tight, rocky kind of sound. And finally, go here. Thinner kind of sound. I'd like to finish off with the useful tip. So you're in a scenario where you require a detuned snare within the same set. So you're playing your gig and you've got the snare sound, but you require a detuned snare for whatever reason. Now, I do adhere to the opposites when I'm tuning my drums, so I get even tension all around. I do that, okay? However, on a good quality drum like this, and most drums, if you just detune one lug, you'll get the result that you want. And I'll show you here, right? Now, think of it like this. Think of it in quarter turns. There's my drum key. I turn it a quarter. I turn it another quarter. I turn it another quarter. I've basically done a 3/4 turn there. Not enough. Do another quarter turn. I've now gone a full cycle, 360 degrees. Maybe you want a sort of kind of Steve Jordan kind of open, low snare sound. I hope that's been useful to you and that you've got something out of that. And just to show that in being just a little creative, you can get multiple sounds out of one drum. Have fun, be creative, and goodbye.